piece of a street sign over there and a piece over there.
But without even
Scramble
consciously
around.
trying to put them together, just having these as
Oh,
part
well,
of the line process.
my point, one of the points I've made about cut-ups is that cut-ups happen all the time. Every time you walk down the street and out the door, your whole consciousness is being cut by random factors. You walk down the street, you suddenly see a Coca-Cola sign, which may remind you of a Coca-Cola that you drank 20 years ago. So life is a cut-up. And as soon as you look out the window, you're cutting up. You don't have to leave your apartment. You're glancing around, you see a book or a newspaper or a magazine. You're looking here, you're looking there. You're cutting your data up all the time. Actually, the cut-ups simply make this process that goes on all the time explicit.
Have you ever experienced ESP or mind reading?
Well, all the time, everybody does. In varying degrees. I mean, have you ever seen two horse traders working? You see ESP and all kinds of other factors, where the one, you see a price in one man's mind above which he won't go, and another man's mind below which he won't go. You can see all this in operation in a poker game. ESP is something that happens all the time. Anybody that's good at anything operates on what he calls hunches. Whether he's a lawyer, a doctor, a cop, or whatever. If he didn't, he wouldn't be any good. Talked to a lawyer, he said, I can walk into a case, look around, and tell just what's going on, probably who's going to win the case. I mean, a case, say somebody else's case. Anybody that's good at anything works on hunches, which are probably partly ESP. They're past knowledge, they're all sorts of things. No line. Yes?
You could take the beat of music and apply it to financial.
Well, of course.
Now, is there any particular rule that you have to follow for that? Does somebody ever say, what no. I wondered if there was any sort of conformity.
Not that I know of. There are, of course, various metrical and musical conventions. It's just a question of whether you want to apply those or not. But music isn't my area at all. Anybody else? Yeah. There are no more oh, yeah.
Well, if you say life is a cut-up, it seems like it would be necessary to go ahead and cut it up again.
Yes, because you may not be at all aware of this. In other words, as I say, cut-ups put you in touch with something you know and don't know that you know.
So
there are all sorts of things that you know on some level and you don't know that you know. And this an expansion of awareness is becoming more aware of these. And by doing something explicitly, then you become more aware of it.
But just generally increasing your awareness might be all that you need to do instead of cutting up.
Well, this is a method of increasing your awareness. It's a method of becoming aware of more by becoming aware of what you're actually doing. In other words, if you become aware of the cut-up process, and then you become more aware of all the things that you know and don't know that you know. See, people can walk down the streets and they're noticing these things on some level, but it's not in their consciousness because they're not really doing it explicitly. That's all. Yes.
Was there anything but voices on those tapes?